1 million. That's a pretty large number if you ask me. I would say try to count it, but who knows how long that would take. According to Taylor Covington from the Zebra, over 1.6 million accidents are caused each year by distracted driving. Distracted driving is very dangerous, and people need to put their phones away for the duration of their drive, barring an emergency. I've been on the road for many years, and just in this last year, I've lost multiple friends due to car accidents. Distracted driving might seem harmless at the time, but has taken the lives of many over and over. There needs to be a bigger push to put the phones down and a harsher legal crackdown on offending drivers in order to reduce the number of accidents caused by distracted driving. I am asking everybody to listen to this speech to consciously put the phone away next time they decide to get behind the wheel of a car, as it not only puts your life in danger, but also the lives of those around you. People may think that just a glance or a text won't affect what's going on, but as soon as you look away from the road, you become blind. Overall, attention drops by over 40%, and this most definitely includes everything on the road in front of you. Unfortunately, some people do not realize that they are distracted while they are driving. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the definition of distracted driving is as follows. Distracted driving is any activity that diverts attention from driving, including talking or texting on your phone, eating and drinking, talking to people in your vehicle, fiddling with the stereo, entertainment, or navigation system. Nearly everybody is guilty of at least one of these things, including myself. Distracted driving is also a worldwide issue. It does not only affect those in the Western world. Distracted driving is a major issue around the globe, and even in places such as Finland. A study in Finland found that 49.4% of drivers were guilty of just calling with the phone up to their ear. This does not take into account hands-free calling, texting, Googling, eating, or anything else. If half of the Finnish population just holds a phone to their ear while they're driving, it's pretty easy to assume that the remainder of the 50% is also driving distracted in some form or another. Distracted driving does not only blind you to the road, but it also perfects a person's natural driving performance. Driving while distracted causes a dip in performance, and you do not drive nearly as well anymore. An example is provided by Ola Svensson when she mentions that, to exemplify, a driver's attention to traffic and traffic information is impaired and the control of the car becomes less precise and smooth when talking over a phone. The conversation in itself impairs attention and maneuvering performances, as well as the motor activities needed for phoning. All in all, driving without fully focusing on the road disrupts many more factors than it may seem, and people don't even realize that it's affecting their actions because they're not looking at the road in the first place. After providing all of this information, the next step is to do something about it. I believe getting an actual significant change is mostly on the people who drive. It is ultimately up to the drivers to decide whether they are going to focus on the road ahead or divvy up their attention. I do think that talking about distracted driving and its effects could help reduce numbers, and perhaps putting up signs to bring attention to the drivers may help as well. I think modeling a push after the Click It or Ticket campaign, which is something we've all seen, would be effective as it brings the issue into the light and also provides the context that legal action can be taken against those who decide to drive distracted. Although people can hope to make a change, there are positives and negatives to every solution, including my own. Positives of my campaign and an increase in police action may include informing drivers about the consequences of their actions, and which should hopefully reduce the number of distracted drivers on the road at a time. And a campaign may also apply pressure on drivers to focus on the road, and passengers may also become a positive factor in this scenario, as they may say, they may realize what's going on at the time too with the campaign and notice that the driver may not be paying attention, and they might mention it to them and tell them to pay attention to the road as it's putting their lives in danger. Unfortunately, there is no way to cause a change that would lead to the complete stoppage of distracted driving. My proposal ultimately still leaves the decision up to the driver, who has most likely already driven distracted before. There is no guarantee that any change will result from a campaign or informational push, and whether it's for the better or for the worse, people have free will and have the desire to make decisions for themselves. So they may just decide not to make a change at all, which is risky and puts people in danger. After hearing all that I have to say on the matter, it is up to the public to decide whether to change for the better or not. Distracted driving is a common occurrence that most people experience each day, whether it be on the road to school, on the way to their job, picking up their kids from a sports game, or traveling out of town. Either they are just driving distracted at some point, or most likely pass another driver who is not focused on the road. Although it is common, it is very dangerous, not only to the driver, but also to the passengers and the people on the roads and in other cars, as it puts them all at risk. It's a bigger issue than most people think, and over 1.6 million accidents, a very large number, are caused annually by a result of this reckless behavior. Rom Lakin puts it bluntly when he states the fact that worldwide road traffic accidents have been increasing. Human behavior and environmental factors are often responsible for such events. This can easily be taken in the context of distracted driving, as it was pulled from an article or a journal about the effects of distracted driving. All in all, something needs to change, and people need to be more aware of the problem. To all of the drivers hearing this, including myself, be more aware of what you are doing, as it might be a habit at this point. All it takes is one small glance away from the road and toward your phone or toward the radio to end the lives of potentially you and the others around you. Thank you for listening.